All right, everybody. So we listened to the track again, and it wasn't on the Biggie and Pac song. It was on Drip, where he talks about Nipsey. But that just goes to show you that I listen to these albums and don't just be talking to these people on here. Yeah. So my mistake, I apologize to you.
It's all good, baby.
But let's go back into the album real fast. Because we don't want everybody to think that this album is just somber music. Talk to them about Drip. Talk to them about the energy songs that you put on here.
Yeah, I had to, have something that I could turn up to. You know what I mean? The word drip, you know what I'm saying? That's what's it's a popular word right now, which just means, you got the drip, you got the juice, or you got the confidence, you got the swag, whatever. Shout out to Cash Jordan who produced that beat. Yeah, I just heard the beat and it was just like, oh, this is some rise, turn up energy type joint. So I gotta come with some energy on this joint. So like I knew this album I wanted to be lyrical, but you gotta have one or two joints where I'm turning up, because I'm a performer. Like even when I stop writing music, I'll always be a performer. You know what I mean? So these are songs I wanna be able to perform forever. So I approach Drip like, I just wanna bring the energy. And if you notice in the song, I switch it up at the end. I switch the beat up. That was me just trying to think futuristic. You know what I mean? Because I like what Travis Scott and Drake did. I like how they did with what's that one song they got together? Damn. Out like a light, damn, how that shit go? I can't think of it right now. But I'll look it up later. But basically they switched the beat up and it was dope. I like how they did that. I like the transition. So I was like, you know what? I can do something like that.
Schizo?
Huh?
Schizo?
Not schizo.
It don't matter.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up later. But I like the transition, and I said, you know what? I want to experiment with that, cause I know when you're performing, that transition, people gonna be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? People like those transitions. So that was it. I just wanted to come with some energy, just fun, something fun.
So what about choosing the beats for this project? Because the beats, even with if I could talk to them, there's cuts of old school hip hop in that. I remember the Chubb Rock song, "The Big Man." You got the women in the back, and that's in the beat. And I'm like, oh, he got old school elements in here too. So how did you go about getting your beats for this project? And I mean, you got known producers on this too. So I mean, like, talk, how did you come to that part of the creation process to pick the music you want?
Yeah, I usually work with a select few producers that I just trust and that I love their work. Cash Jordan, shout out to Cash Jordan. Shout out to Jalil Beats. Shout out to New York Bangers. I just go back to their beats and see what they done, what they uploaded, and I'll reach out to them like, yo, I like this, I like that, you know what I mean? And it was pretty much I just pick what I feel. I just go through their selection and I need that, because it's if I'm not mumbling like 10 seconds into the beat, I usually skip and go to the next joint. You know what I'm saying? So if I put a beat on and it'll do something to me, it'll speak to me, and then I get the mumbling. You know what I'm saying? I get the mumbling something, then it's, oh shit, yeah, I gotta have this. So I'll play it over and over and over, and then I'll be writing shit in my head, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, this one I'm gonna snatch. So, I went through probably 50 beats and picked out the best 16. Yeah. 16. Yeah. I mean, it's 17 total. Yeah. The intro was just my man Eric Thomas, but I just picked the best 16 that I was like, yo, I gotta have this on the album. You know what I mean?
Now the thing about today's hip hop is nobody makes albums no more. Everybody goes for the hit.
Yeah.
Why did you want to craft a project rather than come out with a good couple songs?
Well, see, I heard Jay-Z say this in the interview too. He was talking about Young Jeezy. Like, you don't want to, like, cause you have people that come out with hits, and you know the hits, you know the song, but you don't really know the artist. Like, I rock out to an artist single on the radio or in the club, but I don't know who the artist is. So you're not really checking for him. You're not really buying into him. So me making the whole album, I wanted people to really buy into me. I want you to buy into the person. I want you to see that I could do some turn up shit, and then I could do some calm shit. I could do some shit that you can really feel. I just wanted people to buy into me as the person, as the brand. That's gonna live longer than just some hit, because a hit would be hot for a couple months and then you forget about it. Like, you know, it's a couple hits that came out last year that you don't even hear anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted people to buy into me, the brand, versus just putting out a hit and then being forgotten about.
So define Roz Hendricks the brand, and why should somebody buy Hendricks the album? Because everybody says, yo, my music's hot, my music's this, my music's that. I mean, I love hip hop. People don't listen to me all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a connoisseur, but I'm not the Bible when it comes to hip hop.
Right.
So what is the brand, and why should people buy this album? I know my reasons. What are yours?
Yeah. Well, Roz Hendricks the brand is a guy who came from. I wasn't so confident, you know, when I was younger. You know what I mean? I wasn't, you know, I remember being funny. I was funny, but I wasn't always confident. I wasn't really always outspoken. So I would say Roz Hendricks the brand is growth as an individual. I always talk about rise and grind, because rise and grind is about growing as a person. Not necessarily rising and grinding and getting money. I mean, that's part of it, but rising and grinding is just grinding, working on yourself, working on you as an individual. And that's what I've been, you know, for the past, I would say, 5 years, man. Just grinding to just be the best person I can be. So when people buy into Rise, you buying into growth, and I want people to see their growth through me. I want people to be inspired through me. Like, yo, I want you to grow too. You can do it too. If I did it, you can do it. You know what I mean? So buying into Hendrix, you buying into the real person. You buying into growth. You're witnessing my growth. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, just want to inspire people to grow, man. Be the best they can be, man.
Part of being a dope producer, a dope MC, a dope entertainer, a good man, a righteous man, is to be present. And a lot of people aren't present. So for you to say that the rise is more than getting money, you kind of talked about being present. So I ask you this question more than anything. What is being present and what is being active when it comes to being Roz Hendricks?
Present? I mean, Rise being present is just, you know, just me just being alive. You know what I mean? Me being alive, me just being in the moment. You know what I mean? Me just knowing that, you know, I can, you know, do what I need to do to grow and be better the next day. You know what I mean? And then the next day and the next day. You know, I'm just conscious of that. So me just being present is just, you know, me just continuing to grow. Like I said, that's the brand, man. Just, you know, the thing that excites me about life is, you know, you can keep learning. You can be a student of life. You know what I mean? Like, be a student, because you know, you're going to be that for life. You know, you never know it all. Nobody knows it all. You're always growing, and that excites me about life. So that's my present. You know, I'm learning right now. I'm growing right now.
And I congratulate you on your growth in your album, because you talked about mom, you talked about your life, you talked about greats. One thing that most men don't do in hip hop, they don't talk about love. They talk about sex, they talk about drugs, and they talk about more sex. But they don't talk about the appreciation of finding a compatible partner. We brought up Sean Price earlier because he talked about his love for his wife.
Yep.
Jay-Z loves Beyonce because he didn't put his dirt out there, so everybody knows that he's not a righteous dude, that he has issues.
Right.
Even with Nas and Khaleesi's issue, even though they're not together, we get the truth of their relationship. And I believe that what it is we were taught lies when we were younger. We were taught that men and women are opposite sexes, which I believe is a total lie. Because when you oppose, you fight. Opposites, you pull apart and you bang, right? But if you're complementary, she brings out the best in you, you can bring out the best in her. And as y'all work together, you grow. You give life. You build life. So my question is, through that experience, how did love that you shared for your lady, not only in your project, but in your entertainment, in your character, etc., how does the love that you give your lady and your lady gives you make you a better artist?
Well, she makes me a better man. And that's you know, that's the beautiful thing about you know, about her. You know, she's helped me grow over these last 2 years. You know what I mean? We both believe in partnership. You know, we both believe in companionship. So she just makes me want to be a better man. She inspires me. You know what I mean? She's like my #1 fan. You know what I mean? So it was only right I create a song for her because, you know, I just wanted to express that art to her. You know what I mean? You know, I tell her I love her every day, but I wanted to really show that in the song. And she listened to that song almost every damn day. Like she's like, that's her shit. Sometimes I come home and catch her listening to it in the room and shit like that. But yeah, man, you know, she just makes me a better man. She makes me a better person. So that kind of reflects into the music, and that's why you got Do You Mind, which is one of my fan favorites.
There's only two things that make artists great: pain and love. And that's the only truth we have in this world. Me personally, I don't believe love exists the way people say it do, because I think people are full of shit and they lie. Alright? Everybody believes in this romantic fairy tale Snow White shit. Ain't nobody sleep, ain't nobody waking up with kisses, and ain't nobody to live with 7 midgets and everything's gonna be right back.
Right.
I don't believe that shit is garbage.
Yep.
But I do believe that there's love in the world, because if you sacrifice for someone or something, you love it. If you're not ashamed of this thing or this person and you take them anywhere, you love them. You appreciate hip hop to the point where you do it. You appreciate her that she's your fiance. For somebody to understand the love of Ross Hendricks, what do they need to understand to appreciate you, your life, your music, and your skill?
I think that comes back to truth, man. It comes back to truth. Everything is truth. You know, my life is gonna reflect in the music, and that's the thing about you know, even with like social media, you know what I mean? I give people all of me. You know what I mean? You see the relationship with my woman on social media. You see you know, my family and everything. So that's why when people hear it in the music, it's like, yo, this is real. People love the truth. You know what I mean? People just love the truth. They love what's honest, because it's all about trust. You know what I mean? People want to be able to trust you. Like, if I'm listening to an artist and, you know, I believe him at the moment, but I find out that their life don't reflect what they talking about in the music, it completely turns me off to them. And, you know, I won't support them ever again. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate artists that's telling me the truth. So all the things that you mentioned, I want it all to come back full circle and people to say, you know what? You know, he's telling the truth at the end of the day. He's living in his truth. He's honest between his love life with his wife, with his family, and his love for the music. Everybody can see that. You can see it, you can feel it, and everybody can see my passion. And I think that you know, that comes back to the brand, you know, rising and grinding, and just living in the truth, man.